It's a new lipstick I'm trying. Mm, that's super bright on the screen. Didn't realize it was going to be that bright. So yes. All right, friends. You guys are like, what in the world? Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you all coming through. We're going to get to talking in a second. So let me know if you have any questions. Um, I'm going to get going. I'm going to get going in a second. And then we'll talk. We'll talk briefly. I'm not going to stay super long because I have my 6:30 call. And then I am also being trying to participate in a live stream this evening too. So your girl is going to be in a couple different places at the same time and see what else is going on. It's a lot going on in these streets, so I want to make sure I am supporting folks and getting things moving. But it's a good time right now. Things are going well, so really excited about the growth that's happening and how people are showing up and showing out and having a good time doing it. So really good experience. All right, friends, we're going to get started. Thank you so much for being here. We got a few people who are going live as we speak. Who are going live as we speak. So um, hopefully all is well. Checking the system a few times. Hello, friends. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. I'm about to get over on the TikTok side of the streets. Hello, friends. How are you? You guys know I co-stream, so I'm going to be on TikTok in just a little bit. Thank you for joining my live. Make sure you like the live, comment, and subscribe. If you are in the room, say hello. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. It's hump day, they call it. So make sure you come in and connect so we all can see who's in the room. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. I'm Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. Hi, Fred Unstoppable. How are you doing? Hey, pals. Yay. Thank you all for being here. Make sure you like the live, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I am a creator network agency, so I'm going to talk all things TikTok and all things over here in the TikTok side of the streets about going live. So earlier I did my 10 o'clock. We talked a lot about mindset. I think I'm better. I needed to have that conversation with you all. So with that being said, we're good. I'm doing well, friend. Thank you so much for asking. I'm doing well. I just wanted to make sure we were in the right mindset. I think oftentimes you say, so glad. So glad for the conversation, or so glad I'm better. You know, stuff is on your chest. You just got to get it out. You got to say what you want to say and don't mince words. Just say it. Not in curse. I don't think I was rude. I was very direct though. I think sometimes we got to look at ourselves in the mirrors. You look wild. Thank you so much, friend. And so I know sometimes we often try to figure out what else could be done or how else people can support, but then you got to realize, okay, what can I be doing? So that's what earlier's conversation is about. I may do a small recap, but I'm not going to spend too much time there because I know people have questions, and I want to make sure I get to some of the questions and support people that way. So we'll see how this goes, but at the end of the day, you got to make sure you're focused. Yeah, I feel like you recently talking about entitlement. I was happy to see you put your foot down, people. Take kindness from weakness. You know what, pals? I'm gonna say that is so true. And you know, us introverted folks, us shy people, us kind of yes, weakness, and all of us who are in that type of space, we often get run over. And you know how we handle and manage situations, people want to push a little bit more and get a little bit more and don't want to take accountability for their own behaviors and lack of trying. So at the end of the day, it's like, oh, you just feed it to me and this is the way you do it. But no, you got to take responsibility for your own behaviors and how do you succeed, essentially. It comes down to you. Like, what are you doing? How are you preparing? How are you showing up? How are you engaging in the process? So I could go on. See, pals, I wasn't trying to go on, friend. Now I gotta go on. No, I'm joking. But no, that's the reality of this, and yes, it is an entitlement. It is an entitlement, and the reality is I see a lot and hear a lot. And so that's why I'm kind of rubbed the wrong way. Hello, friends. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you being here. So I switched it up a little bit. I want to welcome my friends in the room. Even though I can't see you, you guys see me. So make sure you like the live. Go ahead and comment. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, click that subscribe button, but also click the bell so you can get notifications when I go live and when I post content. I'm here all the time. So I come live twice a day at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern. So I'm here now. I'm about to go on the TikTok side of the house. And then I do need to make this recording. I am going to send it. I'm gonna send it actually in our group chat on TikTok. The one I did, pals, the one I did today. I'm gonna send over in the group chat so you guys can have access to it that way because I can share it out really easily. And then I'm also going to put in school and I'll make it public. My homework today is to make it public. So let me write a note to myself. I'm going to make my lives public. Make lives public. The YT lives. Because I have a slew of them that I need to make public now that I haven't done. So yellow shirt lives are the ones you want to look for. So Paj, you said right. I'm seeing mothers with jobs doing their thing and the live YT automatically makes it public. You know what? It doesn't. It does not. Okay, let me take that back. Yeah, but question, isn't there a setting that once you end the live, so when I stream on my tablet, no, it does not, which is annoying. When I streamed from my laptop, when I had my web camera, I was doing it from my laptop with the webcam, it did. It did. So that's the problem. So I need to go back to my laptop at some point, but I probably won't because now I use my laptop all the time in my live. So I am, yes. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for being here. Ooh, I'm flipping my camera the wrong way. Oh my gosh, wrong direction. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all joining the live. I appreciate it. We are talking all things going live. I am Dr. Lisa. I am a creative network agency for TikTok. And so we are going to talk and share. And I'm going to be talking to my nervous people, my shy people, my scared people, my afraid people, my introverted people, my people who get walked over and left behind, all of the things. So I want you guys to know you got a person who's going to support and champion and help you go live and build your community. So right now I am sharing my live stream. Also, I appreciate you all being here. I'm going to continue to share. Look at your friend. I'm going to continue to share. So yes, so thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the live. And if you have questions, feel free to ask questions as well. Like I said, I'm going to share out the live. I'm going to make sure folks know I am here. And then we are going to get to talking and chatting as well. So let me know if you have any questions in the meantime as you're coming into the live. Mrs. Treetop, hey friend, I see you. I saw your message. I was like, let me go live. She's asking. Mrs. Treetop, let me ask this friend. We didn't get a chance to meet the other day. What do you want to reschedule? I can't see messages. I'm about to share out my live. Give me 1 second, but write me a message back to let me know if you want to reschedule. We could find some time, maybe like Monday or Tuesday, something like that. And hold on 1 second. Okay, I shared it out. I wasn't sure. Oh, I see your friend. You said I wasn't sure. How you doing, Black Lotus? Good afternoon. I see your friend. Yes. So Just catching up on message. Trisha T, how are you? Thank you for being here. Oh, did I leave? Oh, I left it downstairs. Good golly. I did. It is what it is. I probably need to give myself a second little helper, as Miss Jessie calls it. Because you know what? I go up and down the stairs and I'll take my phone with me, and then I take the tablet with me as well. So I need to have one for downstairs, so I can keep one up here and one down there. That is probably gonna be my new task, to have another one that I keep on hand up here. How you doing, friend? Thank you for joining. I laugh out loud. Yes, because what'll happen is that, because I'm now coming to y'all lives and I'm tap 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 tap. I got to make sure I have one for down there, because I usually go down there and check in on the family and do stuff. I'll be in Vegas as of Sunday on vacation. Can I get go live from there? Is that your you can go live from anywhere. Yes, the answer is yes. How you doing, Leon? How you doing, friend? Yes. So the short answer is yes. I guess the longer answer is it depends on where you're at and what you're doing. I would say, yeah, be careful. I wouldn't go live and show the strip, because there's all types of folks on the strip, friend. You never know what you might get your eyes get caught on the camera. And so I would probably avoid that. Um, I don't know about gambling either, but I think I would avoid that too. But I don't know. We have to look at the community guidelines for that. I'm going to say no, don't do it. I'll be in my room since the time is different. Yeah, so if you're in your room doing your regular live stream, yeah, by all means. Yeah. Hello, Mrs. Darlene. Hi, Bia. How are you, friend? Yeah, so by all means, yes, that's fine. Yes, if you're saying, you know what, Dr. Lisa, I'm just going to be set up at my desk, do my live, keep my time, for the most part, being consistent. I know time may be different, but being consistent with your live stream, I think, yeah, that's not a problem. It just, like I said, it just depends on if you're doing the other stuff that is Vegas. I would avoid those things. But yeah, hey, friend. I don't know if I gave you guys, I don't know if I shared the shout out I gave you earlier, Bia, when you weren't in the room, but I said her live. If you get a chance, get over to Bia's room. Bia does the sound healing. She does the different instruments with her Zen room. And so she has the gong. I was calling it drum earlier. The gong. And so she has all that experience in her room. So it looks really, really nice. So I would say get over there so you guys can have, another sound healer to visit and engage with and enjoy. So it was great, friend. Thank you so much, Miss Darlene. How are you? How's your lives going, friend? I see you. Miss Darlene, you doing it. I didn't get a chance to get to your battle. I didn't get a chance to get over to your battle. You battled. Did you win? Did you win? And then Dr. Trish, she battled. I wondered if she won as well. So you guys are out here doing it. You're going to be so proud of me. I just did 4 hours live. Oh my gosh, I am proud of you. Because I'm thinking, so I'm going to say this. I'm assuming you've never done that. Because I was about to say, you've been on these live streams quite a bit. You said, yes, I won. Double clap. Congratulations, friend. I think you beat me. Oh wait, no. Community Fest I did. That's when I did my little records. That was the last time you did 4 hours. That was the first time you did 4 hours. Well, congratulations. What do you average? Do you average? I was about to say you average easily 3 hours, don't you? 2.5. I was about to say you averaging a long time going live lately. I have to look at your analytics, Miss Darling. We probably need to chat. Let's get a meet me and we'll look at some analytics and talk. And anybody else, Mr. Treetop, let me know when you come back. Maybe we can connect as well, unless you want to connect. If we connect before, you said Sunday, I might be able to do something tomorrow. Let me know. I might be able to do something tomorrow. Like I think I have 1 o'clock available. But let me know. So we can connect then. But send me a message if you want to do that, my friend. All right. Thank you all coming in. Coach Rhonda, I see you as well. Nika Grace, hey. You said I got 22 done. Oh, wow. Oh, that's a lot of twos. Wait a minute. Two. Okay. 22,204. Congratulations. Well, those diamonds are points. No, you said diamonds, so I'm assuming you looked at your analytics. because I was about to say points from the live, points from the battle. Was that what happened? Because the battle points are not those are points, not diamonds. But congratulations, regardless. Wow, that's a lot. I love it, friend. You are doing it. Yes, she said I screenshot it. Accepted, create a pilot. Look at you. You said I screenshot it. It said diamonds, woman. It said diamonds. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. That's what it's all about, you guys. As you guys grow, that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be seeing how you're growing, whether it's a daily experience or if it's, 7 days or 28 days a month. So look at your analytics and make sure you are seeing where you can move the needle. We can talk about that more if you have specific questions. Start it added to my showcase, but we'll finish after your live. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that today. All right, we will talk about that. Hey, Jasmine, other Jasmine. This is Pals. That's so cute because I was like, what is the characters that are in your live? That's cute. Is that your name in Mandarin maybe? Let me know what characters represent. Hey, Kat, how you doing, friend? Kat said, I'm going to come in here and click to see what the status is. Let me check right now, Kat, before I get busy. I'm going to start talking about Creator Network. I'm sorry, the Creator Pilot Program for our friend Nika Grace. Korean. Okay, thank you. Look there. Thanks to each and every one of you all for all this great support, teaching, and helping. He said, yes, reapply for me, friend. So I'll take a look while I'm in here. And then, hello, friends that are following. How you doing, Sharon B? How are you, friend? Thank you for the follow. Anybody else? Let me know if there's other pressing news. Questions that you have. If there's some other stuff. I'm going to talk about TikTok Shop for Nika Grace as she looks to, was on something, as she looks to add products to her showcase. So we're going to talk about that. Finish all Fab Labs fun fan club stickers too. Did you? Did you? That's what you've been working on. The Fab Lab stickers. I love it. And as you guys can tell, your girl, I don't see it so far. Let me know if you reapplied coming in. Kat, it didn't show up yet. Let me know if you click the button. Good afternoon, Natty Nat. How are you? Yes, ma'am. Made her 11. Oh, wow. Fab Lab is hooked up. She got 11. Hey, family. How you doing? Natty Nat. So I got out everything I had to say from this morning, but let me know if I need to recap for anybody who was here, because I was on one today. I was on one. I don't know, it's thinking, it's rebooting. I was definitely on one, but I wanted to make sure I said that. Waiting to see if she approves. Oh, now does she have to do what you did for me? Was that the what do you call it? The stickers that you did where we had to do a poll. You said recap. Yolanda said recap. Yolanda, you know what I'm gonna do? No, I emailed them to her. Okay, perfect. Okay, so yeah, I was about to say that poll thing is interesting in terms of voting. And Kat, let me know if when you do apply. So put in the chat that you applied. I'm gonna quit refreshing my screen. So Yolanda, recap. It was more or less. How are you doing, Rita? It was more or less a mindset conversation. That's kind of what it was focused on. But just helping people understand that a lot of this is the onus is on you as you're engaging in this process and journey of being on TikTok. And I started off by saying we have 90 additional days because there's an additional extension that was given. So that's kind of the overarching message here, that with these 90 days, what are you going to do? And ultimately thinking about, we've been through much of 2025 thinking TikTok was going to end, and we're here. And again, how are you going to engage over the next 90 days, the next 3 months? I want you to be intentional. I want you to be proactive. I want you to take action and not expect for everything to happen for you. I recapped a little bit more, and hopefully I gave clarity surrounding the role of an agency, versus your responsibility and what you should be doing. So those are the things I talked about. So I'll give a little bit more in detail. Give me 1 second. Let me catch up on a couple comments. Not gonna pay her $10 to make her stickers. I'd rather you said you'd rather have coffee. You know what? And that coffee's gone, and now you need another cup. Hey, how you doing, DJ Lady P? How are you, friend? Thank you for being here. Thank you all for the likes and the shares. I appreciate all the support and the engagement, you all. That's what matters. So keep engaging. Let me know if you have any questions too. I'm gonna switch over in a second to the TikTok shop conversation, and you can ask for that. I am going to stay live probably right at an hour ish, a little bit over an hour, only because I'll probably close out close to 5:30 or so, and maybe 5:45 is the most I'll stay on, because I actually have to do my live for beginners today. I'm going to do that tonight, and then Yolanda, I think I'm going to try to come to your live again tonight. I'll see what that looks like with my son coming home, but I may be in the room. Can you share? And that was a great live today, guys. Yolanda, you need to share the recording for this morning. I absolutely will, because I'm going to share it in the TikTok live, and then I'll try to put it on school too. But Yolanda, you need to share your live that you did too. Let's do this, Yolanda. You know what? People are coming in. Yolanda, let me know if you feel like talking. If you don't mind, because I had a couple of questions just about the mechanics of what you did. I think people would love to hear that, if you don't mind, because were you using? I would love to know your showdown feature you used. That was pretty good. That was a new feature. And then were you in your Mac? Were you doing live studio? Let me know, how did that set up. So let me know if you're okay with talking. I would love to pull you up and just let people hear that a little bit. If you don't get a chance to get to her live, she did it was 11:30 Central, 12:30 Eastern. She has a 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. And what she did was an elimination box battle, but it was based on the premise of Toastmasters. So Mrs. Treetop won. Mrs. Treetop, are you still in the room, friend? She won, and she did a great job with her speech. And it was just an all-around really good way to use some of the features in TikTok, but also just engage your audience in a new, unique way, kind of. So, when you're in box battles, people are there and they're talking and just having casual conversations, but hers was a little bit more orchestrated, because she had these question prompts that they were asked, and they had to kind of give their 1 minute response. So it was really good. It was fun. It was fun to watch. And Miss Treetop, she was like, hey, I'm ready. Okay, Yolanda, you said you're ready. Okay, I'm gonna pull you up, friend, just so that we can talk a little bit about that process. We can always learn from each other. So I want to make sure we're doing that. Hello, friend. My phone's overheating.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? Hello.
Hey, I'm doing well, thank you.
So, okay, so tell me a little bit more. Were you doing live? Well, let me say something real quick, because you just made me think of the live studio. Did you get accepted into the beta test for live studio? That email I sent. Did you apply?
No, I didn't, because I'm not on the Mac.
Oh, you're not on a Mac.
No.
Okay.
I'm on a PC.
But you want to be on a Mac, or no? You never wanted a Mac. You just need a live studio. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, hello, Angie. Okay. So I wanted to ask, what did you use today? Was that live studio?
Today it was actually my phone, because this morning
Uh-oh.
it started out on live studio.
Okay.
But I didn't have any sound, zero.
Oh.
I was doing my normal live this morning for the 40 days series that I'm doing.
Okay.
And so I was on live this morning to do that at 6, but I didn't get any sound. So I got on and off. It never did work. So I decided to jump on my phone to go live, and I still didn't have any sound on my phone.
I don't know if that was a you problem though. She Will came in and said there's something going on wrong with people with sound. She said that earlier in the live.
Okay.
She did mention that. So I remember her saying that in the chat. I don't know if anybody else saw that, but she made a comment about TikTok's being weird. There's no sound in the lives. Yeah.
Yes. So it was, I barely, right about time, maybe 20, 30 minutes before it was time for the battle, that's when I actually received sound.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I
So,
was live this morning for about 15, 20 minutes just talking away, and I didn't even know I didn't have sound.
oh wow.
Yeah. And
Awesome.
someone said in the comments.
Oh wow. So okay, so then you transition to your phone, which is
Yeah.
good information because you used a couple phone playbook features, I guess. So what did you
Yes.
use?
So I used Playbook, and then I used the showdown for the timer, so that it shows on the screen for everyone. And then I used just the boxes, the Playbook, and I did the showdown. I think it was a showdown timer, is what it was.
Say that again. So when you click playbook, you're going to showdown timer.
Yes.
I'm in my playbook now. And one of
Mm-hmm.
the okay, I say it's showtime. I see that one.
Showtime.
That's it? Okay.
I thought it said showdown also, but
Showdown, let me see. I know on the screen I think it did say the word showdown.
okay.
You're
Okay.
right.
So
So there's a lot in here. I mean, there's a
yes.
lot in this playbook. I mean, yeah. So how did you come across that when you saw somebody else use it? I mean, I wouldn't even know which one to go to.
No, I was clicking around this morning trying to get prepared, and I was clicking around in it the other day trying to get prepared.
Oh,
So
I'm still scrolling, y'all. It got to be like 100 or 200, and it's a lot.
there are a lot of different
Wow.
playbooks in there. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So she said 32. No, it's more than 32. They added some more. It had to be about 100.
Yes. Like it's a lot in there. And so I selected that one just so I could have everyone up, but then I can also show the timer at the top to put those segments in between the 1 minute speeches and then the 2 minutes for individuals to actually cast their votes.
Okay. I missed that. So I remember when you did the showdown and we were gifting the three people. You're saying before you got to that feature, there was a timer for when they gave their speeches? The first round of speeches or no?
1 minute.
But you
I
said
gave
that
them.
you gave them
I
one
gave
minute, but was
everyone
there a time on
one
the
minute.
screen?
No, that timer wasn't on the screen.
Okay, I was about to say I don't remember seeing it. Okay. So that timer wasn't on the screen, but when you did the
The
showdown,
showdown.
okay. And you're
But
right.
there is a timer that is in there. There's
Okay.
a timer that's there as well.
Okay. Okay. So
If
you
you
could have
still
turned that
need.
on while they were doing their first round of speeches. Okay.
Yes.
Now with the showdown, it seemed like you had a little glitch there, so a little hang up there. So what happened? What was that about?
With the showdown, it doesn't necessarily, you have to stop and start it. There's
Okay.
a timer there, but you have to stop and start it. And so I was thinking that after the timer was finished, that it will go back to zero, but it doesn't go back to zero. So
Oh.
you actually have to go in and stop it, and then you turn it. It starts back over, and you actually can. There are options in there for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10, 20 minutes. So you can, and then a button where you can actually edit. And so what I did was I did the edit and put 1 minute, and then that's how it came back up.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
So there are a lot of functions within the functions.
Yeah. Miss Treetop said I'm back. I had a call. What I missed? We was talking all about you, girl. No, she did an awesome job, Mrs. Treetop. She was on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know
She
what? It
did.
was
I
just
appreciate everyone for being there.
yeah, it was just, I mean, obviously, it's one of those things where you feel like you're kind of in the hot seat, but that's the whole point of this. You want to be able to get out of your comfort zone and do something that obviously is going to make you think on your feet and then you're able to respond. And I thought everybody did well. So it was great that the way you facilitate and everything.
Yes, bless you. Yes, everyone did great. Everyone made the show, and I appreciate everyone for being there on the first time for me actually doing it.
Hmm.
And it was definitely a blessing for me because I didn't know it was going to happen because of all the technical issues. So I am pleased, definitely.
Yeah, well done. So, okay, what's some takeaways that we need to think of if we're thinking about operationalizing this for our room? Not because I think people should try to think about other ways to get engagement in their room.
Yes. So I would just take. I'm thinking about for what I did. I'm thinking about how I can bring forward my niche, but also pull other people in and pull other people up. Because really, I know that several people have said that they are very nervous about speaking,
Mm-hmm.
going live, the speaking part, and all the technical pieces. So for me, my story to share would be just go ahead and jump in and do it because you never know.
Yeah.
Those who show up are the ones who should show up and need to show up. And play around with all the technology that TikTok has provided. Just go
Mm-hmm.
and you can't break it. It's just like your computer. It may slow it down a little bit, but you can't really break it. So just push some buttons and enjoy the journey.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you doing that. So you're doing the next one. You're doing the next one today at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern, and it's pretty much
Yes.
anybody who shows up. So she had three people that participated this morning. If you want to participate, it was a fun time. People were gifting, and it was again, it's just one of those things where you're able to participate in a way that's going to keep you on your toes a little bit as you think about your response to the question, but still you're going to learn and grow. And it was a good time.
Well, thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
yeah. All right, friend. I appreciate you sharing. So it's Showtime is the feature she used. So if nothing else, come to the room and just see how that feature is operationalized,
Yes.
and you can see it in action. But it was a good way to kind of show how you can make this competition, this contestant type experience too.
And the only thing that I didn't do earlier today is that initially there were going to be three different rounds. And so,
Okay.
depending on how many people are there, then we'll have more rounds.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. All right. Appreciate you. All right. Take care. Bye bye. All right. Yolanda, you know what? You asked a question too. I think you asked it in I should have answered this while you were still up. I think you asked it in Nika Grace room. You don't need to bring people down anymore. They actually can bring themselves down. I believe some people brought themselves down earlier, but if they click their X, they can drop themselves down. So that used to be, I guess, a considerate thing to do. I don't know if it was ever a rule, but it was something that many live hosts would think that they had to let their guests down. They can let themselves down. Yeah, and they still get their points. Nothing happens. You actually get a summary screen and you see all the information, whether you do it or the host does it. Um, all right, friends. So let me know if there's any questions about that. Like I said, she did what's called an elimination, kind of a box battle. So it was a competition in her room today, and she was using some of the different features in TikTok under the playbook. So just if nothing else, you want to see that. But the way she did it was really great. That was my concern. The points, yes, your points stay intact. Yep, yep. So and like earlier I said, if you're new to my room, feel free to ask questions. I'm gonna share the 10 o'clock meeting. You said reset your goal. Thank you so much, Nika. I'm gonna share the 10 o'clock meeting. I'll share it in our TikTok group chat, and then I'll try my best to get over into school as another way to help motivate and encourage people as you're thinking about your journey. But the main purpose of that call was just really for you all, for my topic rather, was to get you guys to start thinking about, okay, what's happening in this next 3 months? How are you taking onus and responsibility for your live journey? An agency can't do it for you. I can't do your live for you. I can't keep showing up for you all the time. It requires you to take the action, for you to show up for yourself, for you to show your community, for you to learn, for you to grow, for you to be engaged in the process. So I that was more or less the takeaway, unless y'all had some other takeaways. Let me know if y'all thought otherwise, but that was my takeaway. But ultimately, I just want you guys to realize at the end of the day, we got 90 days. And for those who were naysayers saying, okay, well, TikTok's going away, it's not going to go away. That was kind of my ask of you all, too. Don't come to me in December and say, what's going to happen to TikTok? I'm going to say, nothing. The same thing that's been happening is either going to get extended or we will have a resolution, okay? But at the end of the day, I want you to continue to grow. I want you to be successful. I want you to prosper. And I don't want you to sit back and be like, well, I was waiting to see what happened with TikTok. If you would have waited, I mean, there's plenty of people who've been waiting since January and ain't nothing's happened. Okay? In so many words, nothing's happened. Okay? It's had a whole lot of upgrades, a whole lot of changes, a whole lot of other lags and other things that we've had to contend with, but it is still here. Okay, so just recognizing, we said this earlier, it's too much money that is flowing here, too much to earn, too much to gain, too much that people are earning and gaining, and it's not going anywhere. So I just want you guys to focus on you. What is your growth? What is your focus? What is your strategy? Okay. And then in that meeting or earlier, and I'll just recap a little bit, I let me know if I clarified enough what the role of an agency is and what it is not. Okay? Because at the end of the day, again, it is going to be up to you to take the onus to learn your particular needs for your live stream when it comes to understanding who's your audience, who are you talking to, how are you messaging that, and then ultimately, what do you need to know about the platform? I can repeat things, I can share things, I have things in school, I have 2 meetings a day I do, I take questions, I do one-on-one conversations, but it's going to be up to you to learn it. Okay? So that's what I was more or less sharing with you all. And if you're not willing to learn it, but you're thinking an agency is just going to be the easy button where you don't have to learn it, and all of a sudden your room is flowing, that's not realistic. That's no agency on this platform. No agency can do that. Okay? So just recognizing that comes from you. The agency can't do that. We can't all of a sudden say, oh, all the people in your room. The people gotta want to be in your room. Even if they promoted your live, they gotta want to be there. Just like right now, y'all can swipe out, but it's up to you. You on a roll today, girl? You said, are you back doing this again? You changed your name again. How you doing, friend? The heart NP. I like. I like. Look at you. You say you on a roll. Yeah. I love it. Well, you've been busy. You was like, I'm gonna listen a little bit to her. I'm just gonna change my name. You said I'm learning. I love it. That is awesome, friend. So yes, yeah, and I'm here for it both times. I bet I won't forget it. I'm about to digress. I'm gone. I'm gonna get off this topic. I just had my friend Yolanda. She said, "What did I talk about?" She said, "Hey, Nettie." She said, "What did I talk about?" And I was just recapping real quick. That's all that was. That was a recap. But I will share my 10 o'clock with all of you when I get off this live. I will go in to my recording and share it out to our group chats here, and then I'll try to download it and put it in our school as well. I owe you also Coach Jesse's box battle too. She sent me some clips, so I need to send that in school as well. So just know we will we will be sharing this out. And if you got some time to yourself and you like, you know what, let me go ahead and listen to Dr. Lisa while I'm cooking dinner, or I'm sitting doing some late night reading, you can listen to my live stream while I ranted. For me, that was a rant. That's not really a rant, but that was for me ranting. All right. Thank you so much for the share. Some sugar, I appreciate you. Thank you for the populars. Thank you, everybody coming in. Just noticed something. Oh, look at you. Okay. Hey, subs. And well, and that I did reference the YT because you guys know I co-stream on YouTube as well, and so I use that as a way for it to become a playlist. And I was sharing the growth. So again, correlating that to the whole concept of you got to show up, you got to be here, you got to continue to go and grow. And it's not just going to happen overnight. So you just have to make sure you're investing your time, your energy, all your effort to do something that you want to do. And if you want to see yourself grow, you're going to have to show up for that. And so YouTube is a place that I'm still investing my time and energy into so I can grow there. And essentially what I've done is gone from 50 followers in April or so to over 550 followers now, 552 to be exact. And so just recognizing that's I'm not doing anything earth shattering with numbers or anything like that, but it is growth, and it's because I'm showing up in this space as well as here. And so typically when I go live, I spend about 10 minutes or so on the YouTube side before I come over here. So I'm talking and people are listening, and I have some people supporting. So Just know that that's something you can easily do, and you can have two platforms you're growing at the same time, or use different systems like a third party system if you choose to. But that's what this is about. For me, 2025 is about growth, and that's what I'm focused on. Okay, so Nika Grace, you asked the question about TikTok Shop. That is my next task, YouTube. There we go, friend. Yeah. What I do really quickly, I'll do this for you, friend. Let's see. Just so that you can see it. I'm flipping my camera. I click the more button with three dots and it says flip camera. And I'm just on the tablet. As I go live, you can see there's a little stand that my tablet is hooked up to. I'm just on the tablet. I'm just going live here. And so it's there for me. And so, like I said, I usually will go live on YouTube first, two different streams at the same time. I go there first because YouTube sends people in your room a little early. So I spend, you know, the first 5-10 minutes talking, asking people to like the live, share a little bit about what my topic is, ask questions, or ask if they have questions. Our friend Pals is over here. I think she's in both spaces actually. I'm not a big fan of YT engagement. Just saying. No offense, YT. But people don't really talk and connect over there. Someone came help support Sultry. Someone come help support Sultry. Where's Sultry at? Oh, in terms of her, what is she doing? She's sharing. Oh, she's doing. Is she doing a shoppable live? I think that's what that is. I started years ago. Started that account at least. Yes. Yeah. I get so many trolls. Yeah. It is trolls. You get a lot of trolls. You gotta have. I like the idea of moderators on YouTube because they're able to manage the chat a little bit more, especially since I'm mainly focused on TikTok, but it's not a lot of engagement. So I guess I can always click and hide and mute people. But you get a lot of just people who are lurking, just watching. You don't see who's in the room. So people operate in a very anonymous way, which I kind of don't like either. I'm used to TikTok. Hey, TikTok tells on y'all. TikTok's messy. TikTok shares everything. So for me, I appreciate that as the live host. As a viewer, I'm sure you appreciate, if you want to be under the radar, you would appreciate YouTube better. My followers are way younger. Yes, they are. That's the other thing. You got to make sure you moderate for that too. You say yes, honey. And so it is a different platform. I hate to say it. I don't know if it's satisfying the interactiveness of the chat and how you TikTok operates. I like that. Here, I'm just looking at myself. And that's kind of it's okay. It's okay if you want this to be a recording and you want to work on your message and you're just gonna use this and make it a playlist, or um, make it something where you could take clips of it and manipulate it so you have longer segments that you could share out if you wanted to, long form content. You absolutely could. But I like the interaction that happens here on TikTok. I think it's just the difference. And so on YouTube, it just feels a little bit more lonelier in terms of how you're engaging because you don't get as much engagement. At least you got the hearts going over here. You all are chatting. There's some gifts that will fly up. YouTube, again, you don't have all that engagement. So it just depends on what you're wanting out of this experience in terms of live streaming. Obviously, TikTok is the number one live streaming platform next to the gaming platforms, but it really is a different experience that you have here. Thank you for the popular. I appreciate your friend. Come, who just came in? I just saw a super fan blink in and blink out. What was that? Say hi in the chat so I see Yolanda. Thank you for the populars. You said I tapped out. That was Mrs. Treetop. I was like, who's that? I'm all spooked because of YouTube. I'm like, who's sneaking in my room? All right, let me get to TikTok Shop. And Nika Grace, tell me what you need, friend. Do you need a show and tell experience, or do I need where I show visuals? And I can do that. I can go on my shop page. I was saying earlier, I left my tapper downstairs, and I did not tap into the live because of it. So I'll go to my shop page for you all. And so TikTok shop. So we're going to talk about TikTok shop. This is my shop page. For those in the room who would like to have TikTok shop. So let me give my preamble to this. Um, I added some things already. I think I get how to do that. Just didn't finish. Okay. Okay, so let me say there's a couple things you want to keep in mind when you add products. So that's what I'll talk about. And you can go back and check and see if those products you added meet, some of those requirements that I'm going to talk about. So the things you want to consider. Okay, so a couple things. My people who don't have TikTok shop, and these are people, if you're in the agency, um, we could talk about this more on Sunday if you need me to kind of run down this a little bit further. But just recognize that TikTok Shop can become another income stream for you as you are thinking about products that are in your showcase that align with your topic potentially. So if there is something that is in TikTok Shop, if you are invited into the program, you can add those products to your showcase. And then you can talk about them. You don't have to pin them. You don't have to make it a shoppable live. You don't have to do any of that. You can just say, you know what? I have this excellent journal I use all the time. I think it's a um, great resource in terms of how you doing, Jesse? A great resource in terms of questions that I'm able to ask and kind of reflect on. And that journal is located in my showcase. If you're curious about it, go to my journal or go to my showcase and get that journal. Now, that was just an example. I don't think I have a journal in my showcase, but just know that that's something you can do. And depending on what your topic is about, you can add products there and talk about them. Like my tappers downstairs. Now, that should be in my showcase, or my clip on light. That is in my showcase. So you guys can talk about those products, and you don't have to necessarily show them, you don't have to necessarily pin them, but they are products that you can have in your showcase and be a part of your live stream topic. The other thing I will say is that if you're good at doing integrating shoppable lives in your live topic, you can do that. You can do that. The only thing I would say, and this is more of a caution. This is not that you can't do it. It's just something I would caution you in terms of how you do it, because you're gonna have to be savvy with making sure you don't get shoppable live violations. Shop live violations I don't see, because you did it on the shop live side. You made it a shop violation. So I don't see that, and ain't nothing I can do about it. But I will let's talk about that in terms of some things you want to kind of pay attention to if you're going to activate your shopping cart. Okay. And so hold on one second, let me catch up on some comments. They were products I have that I bought from TikTok shop. Okay, perfect. I love that. um yes, yep. I think Halakyu does it anyway. You say I think Halakyu does if anyone is looking. So she talks about products, or does she do a shoppable live? Someone who does a shoppable live that I like, and my fave for, she does it pretty frequently in her live where she turns on her shopping cart and she's talking about it. TikTok shop seller, TikTok shop affiliate. Um, Thank you for saying that. I am talking about the affiliate side only. I'm talking about the TikTok shop creator side, Yolanda. So when it comes to the seller side, I'll be first and foremost to say I do not know the seller side. I know a little bit, very little, very limited, but the seller side I'm not familiar with. So when I talk about this, I'm talking about showcases are affiliate programs. Shops are sellers, the TikTok shop seller. So if you ever look at someone's profile and you see a shop, that's a quick sign that that's a seller. That's their shop, their products. Those are things that they're selling as their business, because they are they have a business, a seller account on TikTok. They have a business account and a seller access. If you see the word showcase, that means that they are a creator and they have a TikTok shop creator, meaning that they have products in their showcase that are someone else's products, and they're getting a commission for it. So that makes them an affiliate. So they're an affiliate for that seller, for that product, and they're going to get a commission if they sell any of those products, if they get any sales off that. So just make sure, let me know if you need me to clarify that more. I think she has a journal in her shop, does she? Okay, in her showcase. So yes. Um, Unika, she said she also mentions the body oils that okay, that's it, sponsor her podcast. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so those are other people's products, and she's talking about that stuff. And I'm assuming she doesn't turn on her shopping case, her shopping cart. So is that like Sephora products, etc.? You named Sephora. You got me thinking, is Sephora on TikTok Shop? It might be, but I don't think so. So, well, let me take that back. Sephora products, yes, it could be Korean skincare products. It could be, some brand names are there as well. So yes. So to answer your question, I guess the short answer to your question is a variety of brands have products in TikTok Shop, and you can look in the showcase or in the marketplace if you have the TikTok TikTok creator side, and you can add products to your showcase. I use them as an example. Yeah. So you know what? It would have been. I guess a better example would have been like if you used, I don't know, name somebody. There are some products from Sephora in shop, but not Sephora as a whole. Gotcha. So like if you use, I don't know, Goldie. There we go. Goldie is a vitamin. Goldie is actually right here. I have my little stuff here. But if you use like, what's the one that Luna's not in the room, but she had the cream that I was in my shop. Go Cube. Is that Go? And Medicube and other products like that. Yeah, so think about different brands. So yeah, the Goldie brand, depending on what you're talking about, skincare, makeup, all that. Name it. Yeah. These lip glosses came from Lip Bar. So that's in there. Yeah. So those type of brands that would have been like a Sephora product. You're right. So Lip Bar is a brand and they have products on TikTok Shop. Yeah. So that's a great example. Yeah. So different products like that are in TikTok Shop. And again, I will say this, friend, the Hard MP, I'm thinking about your topic. You could easily have you can look and see what's in shop, and see if there's any um, products that align with your topic in terms of medical equipment or devices or other resources that people may need. It could be some stuff in there that you can add to your showcase if you were to get TikTok Shop. Um, okay, we'll do. I won't forget that. Thank you, Coach Jesse. So let's talk about conveniently available in her shop. Yes, yes. Got it. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my page. Let's see. Let me turn my mirror off so you can see it. So this is for, you said, oh, the Goldie is there too. So you would go to your TikTok studio. So you're on your page, you're gonna go to your TikTok studio. Under TikTok studio, they've just changed the layout a little bit, but my screen still has, oh, it says say hello to the refresh TikTok studio. So this account is about to get the refresh look. So let's see. Um, I think they have refreshed it. Is that what they called it? So under tools, um, you have to go to, I'm trying to find it. Where is, I see inspiration. What am I looking for? Where is my monetization stuff? Hmm. Give me 1 second, y'all. It ain't where it used to be. TikTok Shop for Creator. It took me a long way. I had to figure out what just happened. So I'm on my TikTok Shop. So if you go under here, you'll see from Product Marketplace. They changed everything. They did. I was like, what in the world? Product Marketplace, and you see Minute Showcase. Okay. So Product Marketplace, let me show you a couple things. This is for you, Nika Grace. I always want you to look. I tell you guys here, let's see. It says create a pilot program. That's what I clicked. So it says unlock limited. I'm going to go back here. If you go in the corner is your face or 3 dots, or 3 lines, I'm sorry. Click that, and that's where you can see what your creator pilot program limitations are. So do you have unlimited shoppable lives? Do you have, as a pilot program, you would have like 5 shoppable I'm sorry, 5 shoppable videos and 3 shoppable lives. That's typically what people have. So just look to see what your criteria is. So that's the first thing that you want to do. The second thing you want to pay attention to is under that area is what's called the collab invite preferences. So let's go here. You can see how you can set preferences for what type of collaborations you want to get, what type of collab deals. Yes, that's what I have. Okay. The limit, the not unlimited, but you have the limitation, the 5 and 3. Okay. 5 shoppable videos a week and 3 shoppable lives a week. And I think the week starts from Monday to Sunday. I think that's how they still do it. Okay, what does a collab consist of? Well, you'll get notifications of different sellers that want you to promote their products, that want you to add products to your showcase, that want you to, do shoppable videos or shoppable lives with their products. So they send you their products so they can get that product in front of you. Sometimes they will send you the option for a sample, but when you click it, they don't give you the sample. They still gotta approve it. But just know that that's just something that you can get those products that you can potentially put in your showcase and promote if you chose to. Hi Tina, how you doing? I've made friends with some brands and they follow me. Hopefully that helps out somehow. Potentially, it could. It could. Ultimately, they want to see that you made sales. And, one of the things I shared earlier in a previous live is that, sometimes you have products in your showcase, and like you said, you added products that you already had available. There may be some products you saw when you were looking. It's like, oh, that sounds like a good product. I would love to promote that. You could have your fiance or have somebody else, you could add the product to your showcase, have someone that you know buy it. Maybe you give them the money. I don't know how you work that out, but you have them buy it. You get that sale. That's going to show up as GMV for you. That's going to show up as a sale for you because they went to your page, to your showcase and purchase. So that's not, that's another way people do it just so that they can start getting sales. Thank you so much, Tina. Appreciate you being here. Thank you all who is coming in the room. I appreciate you all. So just know that that's a way that people will start getting sales because they start, populating their showcase with products that they want to promote or products that they just needed and wanted. So for me, I'm out of Goalie. I'm gonna have my husband go into my showcase. He give me some Goalie. I will probably do it from his phone. But my point is, that's what I will end up doing. So I was like, okay, I might as well get the Goalie for my showcase because I have the product in there. So there's stuff like that you will do. And again, you get the GMV for that for the month. Okay. So to look at, I wasn't even looking into that yet, but I'm so excited you offered it. Exactly. There's things that you can do to make sure you get the sale. If you're gonna buy it anyway, you're like, okay, I like the Goldie items. I was like, I'm gonna get them anyway, so I might as well get them for myself off TikTok Shop. So yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for the populars. So when you're going in here, this ranking is something you want to pay attention to. So you can hopefully get collab deals that are from top excellent level ranking shops. They've had so many units sold. I had this as 50K units sold. They also are the categories that you want to be promoting. So for me, I have my categories. I checked off the health products, the electronics. I have some fashion, I have some books, I have some healthcare, some personal care, some beauty products. So there's different categories you can select when you click here. You just reminded me to eat my Goalie. He's so funny. I've been out of mine for, I think it's all of September. I need to get some more. So, and then you can say your commission rankings. Now again, this is a suggestion instead of a rule. But it is something you can say if you want over 20%. And I put 20%, but I don't never always see 20. I don't always see 20%, but I do have that as the type of collab invites that I do want to see. But they send it based off loosely these guidelines, in my opinion. And then I have this toggle on, prioritize invites with free samples. So again, a suggestion, not necessarily a rule. Can you show the screenshot again of this? Of what I have? Oh, am I showing it? Let me see. Oh, sorry. So hopefully you were able to get that. Okay, so that's what I put. So collab invites is good to set up. The collab invites also inform your niche. So if you look at the very top part of this, it says privacy settings. There's all these settings. I had everything toggled on. You can go in and look and see what you want to turn off. But there's one that's here. No, this one, main categories. And so for me, it has the categories that are here: personal care, health, and electronics. So those are the ones that are there. Now, those more than likely got populated because I did the collab invites. It's a combination of there where I selected those categories that I wanted to get invites from the collaborations, the collab invites. And then the other place is when you start putting products in your showcase. TikTok was like, oh, you want to collab invites from fashion, but you ain't put no fashion there. So I didn't say it as a fashion one. So just kind of keep that in mind. That's how it operates too. So what you put in your showcase also says what you want to get invites for as well. So sellers will reach out. Yes, sellers will reach out a lot. So they will reach out a lot. Sellers will reach out in your inbox. Remember when I do, Nika, if you're listening to me, when I do my whole spiel about the system notification and where your inbox is, like if you join the agency, you get a system notification. In that same inbox area, there's one that says TikTok Shop. So you get a notifications for TikTok Shop. Let me go. Stuff really did move around quite a bit, y'all. I'm not happy because I can't find anything. Uh-oh, I touched something and it's thinking that I messed up. Okay, let me go back. Go out of the screen. Let me go to so your inbox. You see your inbox here. I'm gonna click it for you all. And so first thing I click when I clicked it, you see the one that says TikTok Shop. Nika, there you go, friend. But yeah, when I click that, it'll show collab messages. It shows all the different collab messages. Like I said, it's a lot. And then it'll show other people too that these are more the sellers that I've sent or posted products for. These are different sellers for that. But then these are like the collab invites. Okay? So you get a system notification that is for TikTok Shop. Okay? So you get that. And so if you're heavily involved with TikTok Shop, you should have that as a notification that you see as well. All right. So let me go back to what we were just talking about. So we were in give me 1 second. I don't see TikTok Shop? Oh, there it is. Let me know if there's any questions that you got. Yes, I say I'm back. Okay. So now we're back here under TikTok Shop Toolkit. So what do I want to do? So Nika, when it's time to select products, let me say this. When you're managing your showcase, you have a couple different options. You can go here and find products that you want to add to your showcase. Okay? So you can find products you want to add to your showcase. And I tell people to pay attention to a couple things. So the heart nurse, remember I said GoPro was the name of the product. Yeah, it's different products that will show up, different type of, these are like health and personal care beauty products because I talked about that. So that's why you're seeing all these that show up for me. But, and then electronics, remember I talked about health care, personal care, health, and electronics are products that are populating in my showcase. So I see a lot of products here. When it's time to select a product, I tell people you need to get the mascara. Oh, which one was that? Which mascara? You say you need to get that mascara. This one here, the Colossal, that one there. I think that's what you're talking about. It's good. Interesting. This weight vest I need to get though. All right. Yes, it's so good, is it? Okay. So when you're selecting, how you doing, my fave? So when you're selecting products, you want to think about 3 things. I tell people all the time, pay attention to these. Now, you have on my third and it's super trending. Is it really? Put in your showcase if you got beauty. See, I don't do beauty as much, but yeah, definitely put in your showcase. I probably should put in mine and buy it, huh? Okay, so 3 topics I want you to pay attention to. So this is the. So let's just pick something. We'll pick. Um, Hold on. Let's go to the top. Okay. So this one here says vital source. We'll look at this. So it has this product to me is going to be interesting. So this might be a product I would pay attention to if I was doing health and beauty. Okay, from a health product. So this is a product where the $6 is how much commission you earn. So pay attention to the commission you'll earn for the product, and you determine if that is good enough for you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you for the donuts. Um, and then, so this product has a pretty decent commission. I have to take a look at it closely. It has a free sample, potentially. Now, they don't have to approve you for a free sample. It does have free shipping. How you doing, Crafty Auntie? And then it also has over almost 500,000 products sold, units sold. So you can see that there. So I'm like, interesting. If I click add, it's going to add it to my showcase. Okay, so I could do that. Now for me, I usually just take a little closer look at it, just take a before I decide to add, and I'll look at the product a little bit closer and decide if I want to move forward with it. This little screen here is your screen as the seller. I mean, as the affiliate. This is what you want to pay attention to. You want to see how many are in stock, obviously how much you can sell, positive reviews, 89%, which is decent, which is good. Free shipping for all customers. It's on flash sale. So this could be a good product to add to your showcase because first of all, I say 3 things I pay attention to is how many units has been sold. It's sold quite a bit. So there's an interest. This is a trending product. People are interested in this product. It's sold. It's not a product that nobody's checking for. Okay? So people apparently like this product. It's sold quite a bit. It's almost 90% positive reviews. 89% is pretty decent. So you want to pay attention to reviews. So commission, units sold, reviews. Those are kind of the things you pay attention to. And then the other things is like, is it free shipping? What are the sales perks and values of it? So when you're talking about the product, it's like, oh, it has free shipping. That's great. Oh, it's on a flash sale. Oh, that's awesome. You know, that type of stuff. But pay attention to how many units are still left too, because you don't want a product that only got 2 or 3 things or 100. 100 to me is kind of on the low side. So just know that you got to pay attention that it's going to be in stock and people can get it. Okay. So that's what I would do. So units sold, commission, how much you're going to make off of it, and then ultimately the reviews for the product. Does it have positive reviews or not? So those are the 3 areas, the primary 3 areas. Okay. Let me know if there's any questions about that, friends. And so you could essentially add that product to your showcase. And then thank you so much for coming in. Can you remind me now to remove, how to remove from showcase? Okay, so I'm in the product marketplace. So I'm going to come out of that. I came back here to my showcase. So I'm going to go to my showcase. Let's see. So you see these 3 dots. Let's find a product I want to remove. I ain't got nothing I want to remove, I don't think. But I'll look at it. Let's look at something. We'll look at one of these. Okay. So if you click here, those 3 dots, let's see. Remove. See, remove. That's it. 3 dots. So 3 dots on the side here to remove. When you're under, now I'm under TikTok Shop for Seller. So I'm under the seller side and I click Manage Showcase. Okay. So now I'm managing my showcase and that's how you do it. Thank you so much, Pay4. So that's how you manage your showcase. And then when you add a product to your showcase, you know you saw those 3 dots. Hold on. You saw those 3 dots again. You can, I kicked the product. Those 3 dots. Let's see. You can, that product doesn't have it. It's at the top. I clicked the first one. Let me click another one. I'm gonna click the 3rd one down. Now you have things. So you can move it up to the top. You can adjust things in your showcase. Okay. about this product, similar products, all that stuff is there. Okay. So you can move things up and down. So if there are products that you're talking about, like maybe you're going to go live, but you don't want to necessarily pin your products on the live screen, you could go live and say, hey guys, if you go on my showcase, the top 3 products is what we're going to talk about today. Click my photo up, my photo over here. Click my profile photo. You click it once, my mini profile comes up. If you click my photo again, my full profile page comes up. Click my showcase. Once you click my showcase, you'll see these top 3 to 4 products is what we're going to showcase today and talk about. I'm not going to pin them, but I want you to go there and get these because these are the products that you need to see. Or if you do decide to pin them, and that's what I was going to talk about earlier, you just got to be mindful of how you operate. You could absolutely pin them, but you just got to be careful of what you're doing and also being aware of what does that mean for the type of traffic you get to your room. Okay? I see that was easy. I was trying to do it on the product market screen. Yes, you gotta. Yes, in your if it's in your showcase, yeah, you gotta go to your showcase to get to it. Thank you all for being here. I use that option to move to the top. Yep, you can move products to the top or bottom, however you want to move them around in your showcase. Yeah. So let me know if there's any questions about that. So Nika, I think you're good, but let me know if you need some more information. I was going to segue into shop in the live itself and just being aware of what does that do. Okay? You good? Let me know if there's any other questions, friend. Okay, so when you turn on the shopping cart in the live, it actually pushes people into your room. I think I'm good. I'll see as I go to. Thank you. You're welcome. What it does is push people who are interested in TikTok shop products. It is a different, if you think of it this way, as if TikTok has different streets. I tell you about these TikTok streets all the time. Different streets. TikTok says, okay, you know what? TikTok shop is a highway, a super highway. And then we're in the live highway. We're on the live streets. And so what happens is that when you turn that shopping cart on, it activates people who are on the shopping side of TikTok. They ain't necessarily checking for regular lives. They checking for product lives. They're looking for shoppable lives. That's what they're paying attention to. And so that's a different audience. Hello, Vibe Wellness Woman. Hello, friends. I see you, Bloom. Thank you for coming in. So because of that, when you turn that shopping cart on, it may bring more people to your room. I sent you a message on IG a couple days ago. Okay, let me get over there. I haven't been over there. You know I have. I'm sorry. I've been on these TikTok streets. I'm gonna get over there. Linus, is it about Superfan? Let me know if it's still about Superfan, friend. That's okay. Let me know if it's still about Superfan. I'm happy to answer it here if I need to, friend. But I think you might have had something very specific to what you were experiencing. So I'll take a look after I get off the live. So what I was going to say is that when it comes to, yes, and a couple other things. Okay, perfect. I'll take a look then, friend. What I was going to say is that, just be mindful of the audience you're getting. It may boost your numbers for a little bit, but the goal, and this is the same thing I said about an agency, the goal is that you are able to keep them. You're going to keep them in that room, keep them engaged because they're interested in your topic. They're interested in what you're sharing. They're interested in your message and how you're delivering it. So that's also part of why you could turn it on. However, when it comes to TikTok shop lives, I was saying earlier, I don't see those as an agency. Okay, so if you ever get a violation for a TikTok shop violation, it is relating to the shop side of the house. So the same way I was on my TikTok shop, hello friend, how you doing, Karen? The same way I was on my TikTok shop for creator page. If you're in trouble with TikTok, you can scroll all the way to the bottom of that screen and look at your health score, and that's where your violation and all the communication about that is going to be. And so you would have to see about that. You can ask me a few questions about it, but for the most part, that's where you'll see it, and that's a shop violation, not a regular live. That's just a shop violation. Okay, so hello, Leah. Thank you so much for being here. So pay attention to how you conduct your shoppable lives. So a couple things you want to do is make sure if you put a product in a shopping cart That means that you actually went to your TikTok shop, you added some products from your showcase. There's a shopping bag as you're a live host and you have that access to that. Thank you all for the populars and the Daily Heart Me. That you're activating, you're turning on, and then you ultimately are adding products there. Okay? So once you start adding products to your shop, then it becomes, well, now you got to make sure that you're talking about those products. Okay? And then if you have a product, a particular product that you pinned, you got to talk about that product. You got to show that product. You can't just sit there and talk and you talking about a clicker and a clicker in your hand. Or if you're talking about, the Goalie vitamins and I ain't talking in the Goalie vitamins you never see. So you got to talk about those products, okay? So just know that that's important. The other thing is when you change from a product and you're still talking, so say I'm still talking about Goalie and I then went on to start talking about my clicker. TikTok's like, well, wait a minute. You were talking about Goalie. Now you're talking about a clicker and irrelevant product discussion. Okay, so you're gonna get a violation for that. So again, that's why I say you gotta be careful about how you do those because TikTok wants you to talk about the shop products. Okay, so you gotta talk about those products as much as you can. And then you want to remove products as you are transitioning from one product to the next. Okay, so you want to make sure you remove those products. The other thing I will say is, for the most part, if you're really good about showing the products, making it align with your topic, it could go fine. But again, if people are in the room looking for products and want to see the products and shop for the products, then you want to make sure that make that clear that you turn on your TikTok shop. You're going to be talking about some of the products. You're going to say how it aligns with your topic. Hello, Bridget. And just making sure that your audience knows what you're talking about and how you're transitioning from one product to the next and integrating that in your topic as well. Okay? That's why I said, you could do it. You just got to be careful and mindful about how you're doing it. Good evening. And ultimately, I would say if you do it, just maybe do it towards the end of your life. That's the strategy too. Not that you have to. You could start it off that way, but doing it towards the end of the live just kind of safeguards your live to a certain extent. And then if you make a mistake, you're getting ready to end the live anyway. So thank you for that level 23 cake. I saw your friend. Congratulations, Luna. How are you, friend? Flying in. So let me know if there's any questions, especially my friends doing shop. I know more of you are starting to do it. Like I said, I don't want to discourage you. I think it's a great monetization stream. I think you should. But I also want to make sure you're aware to be careful. It is a little more to it than just showing the products. Okay. You got to talk about them. You got to know the features and benefits. And then you also, again, need to decide if you're going to pin products. And then if you do, what does that mean for removing that pin, removing the products all together if you're ending that shop live. Okay? Any last minute questions? Any questions about that? All right. I am going to really quickly, Coach Jesse, I know we were going to okay, 1 second. My first free sample is on its way to me. I'm trying to make it make sense for my niche. What was the sample? TikTok offers product scripts. Yes, they do. They do offer product scripts. So you could absolutely use those. There's also another feature if you wanted to integrate it. Did I miss the flash go? It didn't come on. No flash go. You also could use the desktop live manager. That's another complement that you could use. So if you turned on live manager, you could actually have that running where you can see your script and then you can talk about the products while you're looking. So my laptop's here. I can easily have live manager really quickly while I talk about the products and look over at it if I needed it. It's a puzzle board I pushed engaging in analog activities daily. Oh, nice. I like that. That's interesting. That's actually interesting that you're on TikTok doing that too. I love it though. That's good though. Yes. TikTok offers product scripts. Yeah. Did I miss the flash? No. How can you switch from a different product in the live? When you activate that shopping bag, Janine, do you have shop? Yeah, I'm assuming you do have shop. When you activate that shopping bag, you can add products and take them away. So you can add products at the beginning of your live. You can add all the products you want to talk about, and then you can remove them from. You're pinning them essentially. You're pinning one product and moving it out from removing that pin to add a new product that you want to pin. Yeah, so you're just switching them out. You'll see it. It's pretty intuitive. Like if you click the shopping cart, once you start your live, after you added your products. So you got to add your products ideally before you start your live, so you know what products you're going to have in the shopping bag, and then you pin them. Yeah. I have a question about viewer wishes. Viewer wishes. Viewer wishes is that new feature where it's almost like your viewers may have a request of you to sing a song for a gift, and they send you that gift. Maybe you sing, or maybe you do a funny little dance or something for that gift. So you can come up with the type of wishes. I think there's some standard ones too, but you can come up with the wishes that you think your viewers would want you to do if you had viewer wishes activated. Let me know if you need more. It's in the more button. You turn it on. Let me turn my mirror off. Um, you turn it on. You can activate it. It's at the top of the three dots with more in the corner when you're live, and then you can set it up with different wishes, with different type of gifts that you want in a wish that would go with it. That's the message. Ways to find balance between the two. Okay, look at you. I love that. How do you turn it off? You got to go back to the area that you turned it on. Mine comes on every time I go live. I played with it one time, and every single time, I'm not going to touch it right now, because every time I go live, it automatically comes on. And I'm like, I didn't turn that on. So I don't know how to turn it off fully so that it doesn't pop on with each live. Okay, eventually you can't bring up, no, you cannot. It says it actually when you first started. You cannot have any panels or multi guests on at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the drawback back. And I don't think you can have co-hosts either. I don't think you can have any of those type of features. Good evening. How you doing, E-Nurse? Maybe it keeps coming because it's a current campaign. I don't know. I don't know which one it would be though. That's why I wanted to turn it off. Oh yeah, you gotta cut it off before you. So once you start your live, mine is there. So I gotta go in and cut it off as like literally my second thing I do when I start my live. It's the next thing I cut that off, and so it's not there. I don't know how to not make it show up. You said catfish about to hit level 30. Whatever. Me too. Yo, what you're saying? Me too. Look at is that 30? Is that 30? Let's see what TikTok says. Look at you. You did. Congratulations, friend. Level 30. You're part of an elite group, ma'am. In Dr. Lisa's room. Appreciate you being here. Look at you. All these months. And I just saw your face. Oh, seriously, is your highest level on TikTok so far? My room? Wow. Thank you for that. That made my day. Look at you. He's like, I've been here. Bloom, the 30 plus crew. There we go. The 30 plus crew. So 30 plus, as you guys can tell, if you look at Bloom and Nika Grace, if you look very closely at their hearts, the heart next to their name. This is for my people in the room who are new here. I appreciate you all being here. So if you're new in the room, I'm going to teach you a little bit about the hearts and the badges here. So they have in their heart the Roman numeral 4, whereas other people have 3, 2, or 1. And so they have the Roman numeral 4. There's only, I think it's a small group. It's Nika, Bloom, who else? Um, Favorite RT Nikki? Favorite, are you in the room? I think it's favorite. I still haven't seen Nikki Gray's face. You missed it. Yeah, I just saw her face for the first time. Thank you for the likes, Messy but centered. I love that. Messy but centered. I love that. So yes, I think is it favorite RT Nikki? Who knows? Is it favorite? I think it's her. Yes, favorite. Oh, Kim Love Jones too. Okay, okay. I didn't realize that Kim Love Jones too. So yes, it is an elite group. These are the ones. So with TikTok, with the fan club, so this is something where if you're new to going live and you're now a live host, you'll pay attention to your fan club members because they're coming back supporting, and so you level up in the fan club as well. So if you look at anybody's information, me and Kim are 30, favorite and Bloom are 31. Oh, look at y'all. So essentially, the way the levels go, it goes for Roman numeral 1, it goes from level 1 to level 9. For Roman numeral number 2, it goes from 10 to 19. For Roman numeral number 3, you get 20 to 29. And 4 is 30 to 39. 5 is 40 to 49. Maybe 52. I'm not sure if that's it. So that's 5. So, yes, so that's how it goes. I love that. So, thank you all. I appreciate you all. That's awesome. Yeah, they've been coming. Nika says she's been coming for 6 months and she was teasing me. Well, I was teasing her. Well, I wasn't teasing because I really didn't know. I thought she had been catfishing me. I thought she was somebody else, y'all. And so she was like, I didn't level up in your class, your room, and you think I've been catfishing you? so, so no, she's not catfishing me. She's a real person. Um, I can't seem to get past 21. Hold on a second. I got a call that tried to come in. Yes. It was shoot. I just leveled up to 24 in my blue box. Now the blue. Vibe Wellness Woman. You're so in my room. You're 22. In the TikTok streets, the blue box, you're 21. Yes, you're 21. So yeah, this hey TikTok don't make it easy, do it? So yeah, the highest is 50. Whew, yes. So just know as you're getting fan club members, they're growing, they're coming along. So that's what it's about. It's actually only 151 days. Oh, okay. That's a lot. That ain't nothing to sneeze at. That's a lot of days. That's a lot of days for you and me. That's a lot of days we both been putting in. Miss Sterling, you said I'm age 29. You almost 30. You and Coach Jesse, I think you guys are both right on the cusp of being 30. So look at y'all. Hey, that's what this is about, y'all. So when we talk about super fans, TikTok, I still wasn't a fan of the fan club language, but I kind of get it. I'm warming up to it, but I still like it when we were a team. I want the team language to come back and we can be teammates. But TikTok made a fan, so that's what this is about. Today is my 20th day of going live. 30 days. I'm just a baby in the TikTok world. Team would be great. I know. I really miss the team language. So I really wish they would come back with team, but we too far gone now. They didn't call us super fans now. How you doing, Luda? So now we are super fans. So, but I get it. I get it with leveling up and just understanding the room and how you want your live, your fans, your community to engage. So all that matters. It does matter to activating a live, and TikTok is very strategic. Thank you all who are coming into the live. Thank you so much. Make sure you are engaging with one another, liking, sharing, commenting. I appreciate you all supporting the live. I'm going to get off shortly. I do have to run. I have a 6:30. I'm doing my 6:30 live. Thank you for the follow, friend. So thank you for the daily heart me as well. I am doing my 6:30 Zoom for our beginner conversation. So I'm going to do that at 6:30. So don't forget if you want to join that. We could talk a little bit more about other questions that you may have, especially my newbies. If you are new, I said under 30 days. If you are new, I want you to be able to ask the questions that maybe, you know, what's a fan club? Tell me more about, the sharing alive or whatever the case may be. So just know that, we'll talk through some of the things that are really important. See you soon. I appreciate you, friend. So we could talk about all the things that are pressing for you because you're still getting used to all this that's happening here. Thank you so much, Cookie. Thank you for being here. Um, so, uh, so let's say I am live from 6 to 8 Eastern. Awesome. What's your topic, friend? Pop up. TikTok shop addiction, pickleball vibes, wave rider. What's your TikTok topic? So let's say this. So really quickly, we're going to talk about battles, and then anybody else put in the chat so we can say roll call for all who is going live tonight. Let's see who are live hosts in the room and going live. And then when it comes to anybody who's interested in the agency, I am a creator network, so you can apply. So you're welcome to apply. And then finally, we're going to talk about battling just really quickly. Coach Jesse, did you want to talk, or did you just want me to kind of give the quick high level update? I know Vibrant Wellness Woman and Hollyq are going to battle tomorrow. We also should have Coach Marcel and Urban Eye Candy. That battling is happening. Anybody else? I think you said somebody else you wanted me to check and see what their TikTok name was. Okay, friend. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah. So I have Marcel and Coach Marcel and Lebanon, Urban was it Urban Eye Candy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes. They put the time zone, but they did not put the time. I know that one of them requested a later time, so I don't know if the 9 o'clock time is good. So that I'm still waiting for.
Okay.
And let's see, and Holly Q did put on the post of the time for her, and this, and I think that one person, I forgot to send you the information because I have went straight to live for that person who just put the name, but they didn't respond either to my message. So I know everybody don't look in school, but so I wanted to just ask, where is it best to communicate? Because I know we've been using school, and I know you say you're trying to go to school. So I've been using school to be my only place to communicate, as opposed to sending in information everywhere. Because first, I don't want to have to look everywhere for answers.
Right. Yeah.
But I would ask this, since we got quite a few of us that's in the room. So if you guys can really just help me with making it a great practice of reading the whole thing that I'm asking you for, only because it kind of cuts up the time. Because I asked for the time, the time zone, your preference. What do you want to do? One-on-one, three-way, four-way, and then I'll get like one answer to the questions, and it'd be like everything is in there, but then now I gotta respond to you again, say, hey, what about this? So just please, to make it more convenient, so that it doesn't seem like I'm gonna keep messaging you,
Yeah.
but just put those information in there, because that message in school, it does say that to just put all those things there, because it helps to schedule it, and it helps to kind of narrow down trying to track you down as well. So that would be something I wanted to share, but that's it. So I think I'll see that person's name that I told you. I don't know their TikTok name, so I don't want to use their name here.
Right. Right.
And that's it, I think.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you so much. Now, so it was just those two groups.
So we got the two battles right now for for those two only. I think I need to confirm is the time for the other two because they only put East Coast.
What's Five Wellness and Hollywood's time?
There's at 3
3.
Pacific,
Okay.
5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. Okay.
So theirs we got to do a little early to show up for them.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you.
And
And then
I'll hit you tomorrow with the other piece once I get that time.
okay, perfect. And then just to share it here, I am going to be looking to do a creator network um, coordinated one too. So a creator network led, I think that's how it's termed. So a creator network led one as well. So I'm still trying to, I gotta do the research and see which one makes sense in terms of timing, and seeing if we can join. I would like to join maybe a smaller agency, kind of where it's not going to be overwhelming or anything like that. So I need to see the options that are in the system before I create my own. Okay, so look out for that announcement. If I make it happen, I'll send that announcement out too. Okay. All right. Take care, everybody. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Coach Jesse. All right. Bye. All right, hold on one second. Let's see. Kim, hello. You said I'm driving. I see you. I need to remember to check school. Yes, check school. Do you have your own agency? I do. I do. Messy but centered. Love it. Yes, I do. As Launch Your Income Agency, I am Dr. Lisa. So I am a creator network agency as well. And we are a strong, mighty group of supporters and community. So it's really impressive. This started officially in August, July 31st, the soft launch. So August is when we officially started, and then we are at 109. 109. That's where we're at right now. So yeah, it's been a great journey so far. And we're week 7. We're in week 7 right now. Anyone interested in jumping in the We Speak Wednesday box battle tonight? Let me pin this. That's right. Let me make sure we talk about that tonight. It is 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. That's happening tonight, and it was a good experience, y'all. You are speaking, and you're growing and learning. She has some good topics, so I would definitely say if you are willing and able, do it. Thanks, fantastic. You're welcome, friend. Um, I would definitely say do it. So I thought it was a good experience. I have to run. I appreciate you being here. Um, but yes, so if you get a chance, hello, engage, and I see that the voice guru. So yes, so do that. I am gonna wrap up. So I'll do my meeting at 6:30 Eastern. So before this talk, so I'm gonna do it shortly. So I'll do it at 6:30 Eastern, and then I'm gonna get off and before 6:30 Central, or which is 7:30 Eastern. So I'll get off, and so it's gonna only be 1 hour. So just kind of keep that in mind. I'm gonna get off in time for us to do that. What is it? It's Mika, you should do it. You should do it. It's a Toastmaster style. I don't know if you heard Yolanda when she was in the box earlier as a guest, and she was sharing just some of the ways that she operationalized and used the playbook feature to turn it on. She used It's Showtime, so you'll see that particular feature that she turned on for the box battle, and it was really good. It was a countdown, and you were able to gift. It was very user friendly and really engaging for the audience too. So she used that, but essentially you are in a box. She's going to ask you a question where you are going to respond, give a 1 minute response to her thoughtful question, and you're sharing some response in a Toastmaster format. So maybe you're not using filler words, you're speaking off the top of your head, and ultimately the best person wins in terms of the best response wins. And so the person who got the most gifts, all that is part of it. So it was a really good way to think about box battling. Please check your link. I couldn't reapply. What happened? My link didn't work. Let me know. You said please check my link. So what did it say? What kind of message did you get? Thank you, Kat, because it's funny you said that. I haven't seen a message lately. What do you have to do? Yeah, you have to respond to her question. Oh, okay. Yep. Respond to her question. Like I said, it's a cute question. It's a box battle, and people are gifting you. People are gifting you. So, Kat, what did you say? What happened, friend? You said when you said, please check my link. When you clicked the link, it did not work. What happened? Or what didn't happen? Let me know what didn't happen, friend. Um, and you said, let me check my link. I'm going to pin it. So it's pinned there. I can't see anything. I think it's pinned, so hopefully it's pinned for you. Do we ask her questions too, or is it the multi-box one? Um, she's asking you questions. She's asking you a question. She's asking you a question for each round that she does it. So it's one question. I have to see it first, so I'll know how to play. I will try some come support. Okay. Yeah, perfect. You know, it's one of those things. Let me say this, y'all. It's one of those things. It's actually very much like going live. A lot of times people are like, "Ooh, I'm nervous. I don't know if I want to do it. Let me see it in action." 10-minute trial live. What does that look like? What does that mean? 10 minutes. So, um, it is very much where she asks you a question. You know, I don't want to I don't want to give an example of a question because I don't want to take away from the experience. But she'll ask you a question that is a thought provoking question, and you're going to answer it, and you would just give your feelings and thoughts about it. Like if I was to ask the question, "Do you think TikTok is going to end?" I absolutely don't think TikTok is going to end. TikTok will never end. It's going to be here for quite some time because there's too many people earning money on this chat, on this app. When it comes to TikTok Shop, when it comes to live hosting, when it comes to all the different monetization features they have with the creator programs that they offer, TikTok is not going anywhere. Okay, so you just respond to the question and then you give your response based on what the question is, and the person who wins or the round based on the gifting, goes on to the next round. So it becomes an elimination depending on how many people are there and how many rounds she does. So yeah, let me know if that was helpful. But again, it's about public speaking, and then she would share if you went over your minute. Lisa, you played already. No, I didn't. I didn't play. I was in the room. I didn't play. I was in the room, but I remember Toastmasters. I was a part of Toastmasters, so I remember it. And so how does it go? There's obviously there's little things that you want to pay attention to, filler words, and how you say and stuff like that. But yeah, it was a fun experience just seeing people do it, and they did well. They did well. That was a great response. She said that's a great response. TikTok ain't going nowhere. We got a 90-day extension. So I probably should have talked about that. I should have given evidence and all the other things. So we want to give evidence too. But yeah, you said I want to be there. Yeah. All y'all, all us live hosts, her boxes should be full. We live hosts. We can talk. We can talk. Give me a question. We can talk. But I was gifting, so I didn't get in the boxes because I was trying to gift. So that was kind of my focus. I wanted to make sure I was able to support in that way. All right, friends. I gotta go. I gotta get ready for my 6:30 meeting. So I'll do the 6:30, and I'm gonna share. In the meantime, I'm gonna share out my 10 o'clock live. And if y'all want to listen, that's fine. But I'll share that out in the group chats for you all. And 6:30 we'll be back. And then Kat, let me know what happened, friend. It would not let you reapply. Let me know what happened. Did it not work? The link itself? What's happening at 6:30? I'm doing a beginner Zoom call. It went out to everybody. So if you want to come, you're welcome to come. But I sent it out last night. I think last night, yeah. And so you should have an inbox message from me in your email. If you want to attend the Zoom. It's you need to register first so that you can attend. Okay. But yeah, everybody's welcome to attend. But I say it's for the beginners because I don't want you guys to get in a situation where you can't. If you have questions or if you need to know a little bit more about the app, If you have questions about your topic, that type of stuff. I mean, I want to be able to answer questions for you all, so I don't want you guys to be in a place where you're feeling overwhelmed or frustrated. So that's why I do these. I'll probably continue to do them. I'll see if I do them probably once a month in this format, just so that people who are new coming into the agency, they can come and use that space to talk a little bit more. Or, you know, I do the one-on-ones also, so it's up to you if you want to get a one-on-one in. But I'm happy to help. Okay. All right, friends. Thank you so much for being here. Kat, I didn't hear back from you. I don't know if TikTok's filtering you. Let me know. Message me because I don't know what's happening here. My link here should work. It should. So I'm not sure what's happened if you're not seeing it. Um, and it went away again. I hope it's still pinned on your side. Okay. All right, friends. It worked. It worked when I pinned it. TikTok. Let me see real quick. Nope, didn't work for you. So I'll send it to her. I'll send it to her and ask her a question about it. Okay. So no, it's still saying the same error message or saying ineligibility message. All right, friends. Talk to y'all later. See y'all later in these streets. Okay. I'll send her a message. Okay. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate all the engagements. Pals, is this you or Natty Nat? Thank you so much for both being here. If y'all came through, I will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. All right, take care. Bye bye.